From the break, like I told you before we did, we're going to be doing a bit of tennis now. Isaac Donkor is in the studio, for those of you who would recall. I saw Isaac in '94. It's 27 years. When I saw him, he didn't have dreadlocks. I was a little kid. Today, he looks different, but I watched Isaac for years, playing alongside Franco Fori. In all the years that we played at a high level in the Davies Cup, at the Accra tennis court, and all those fine moments. These days, I don't even know where we are, Division 1000 or maybe something like that. I'm not sure we are anywhere close to the Euro-African zone. We got as far as Zone 1, if I remember. Zone 1, Zone 2, thereabouts.
Finals of Zone 2.
Okay, so we're doing that well, at least in those days. Yeah. Today, I honestly don't know where we are. But Isaac is not here to talk about those days. Isaac is here to talk to us about a few things that he's been doing over the years. A 3-day Donkor Tennis and Educational Foundation annual tennis event. It's going to be in place at Ayi Mensa in Accra. That's a bit far from here, but that's okay. Anywhere a tennis court is, I'm sure anyone can play. Isaac, good to see you.
Nice seeing you too.
Okay, so thanks for joining us in the studio this morning. Let me just first ask, I mean, for a lot of tennis players that I have known, not just the African players, of course, but even for a lot of the foreign-based players, and I've watched tennis for a very long time, you don't often get to hear much from them after their careers, but you have chosen this path. What is pushing you to do this?
Oh, good question. Well, first of all, I mean, like you said earlier, that we got pretty high in tennis here in Ghana in Davies Cup. And so, of course, our reputation was at stake, and I didn't want tennis to die. If it goes away, what do we have? So I kind of wanted to keep going on. And also, the opportunity I got, just one person to be able to come down and give back the way I'm giving back, I felt like if I can give one more person that opportunity to do what I'm doing, it'll be huge, for Ghana.
So this tournament in Ayi Mensa, has it already taken place, or is it now coming?
Yes. We finished yesterday. Okay. And the tournament finished on Saturday.
Okay.
And then, but then we had a massive clinic for all the kids around the area, and some of the Osu kids also came. And then, so we had a massive clinic on Sunday yesterday, and that finished.
Okay, so if you walk around Accra, there are only, if you like, apart from the hotels, apart from the stadium, and apart from one or two people who are in a position to own a tennis court, it's not a common sight. So you probably will not have so many kids growing up and be thinking of playing tennis.
Right.
What did you make of the talent you saw in Ayi Mensa in the last few days?
I was impressed. Kids are good, man. They're good, they're athletic, they're hungry. It's just they need opportunity. They need that drive, and they need that push, from people like us, and a lot of advice, and the association, of course, the country should back them up. We sure there's a bunch of academies, not academies, but foundations now, and all coming up. So if we all can get together and help these kids out, you can tell the talent is there. They need a few, of course, some decent, good coaching can help them out. And there's some top coaches here that have taken coaching to the highest level. I mean, you got, level 1 coaches and things like that in the country. So the coaching is up there. It's just they don't have enough infrastructure, and equipment and money. It boils down to that, basically. Because they want to go play a tournament in Togo or Ivory Coast, they don't have the money for transportation. So just things like that. So
in recent years, I've seen someone like Mr. Dr. Daniel Macaulay investing at the Magdan and investing a lot into the sport. And I've come across a few guys.
Yeah.
But just like you said, I mean, tennis is not, it's not like football where you can play anywhere. And, even the cost of the rackets, the cost of the balls and all that, it's quite expensive.
Yeah.
When you get to meet these guys, How challenging is it for them? Like, they really want to play, but the support system is not there.
You're talking about the top guys that are...
Yeah, even with those who plus or minus 18, 19 who would wish to maybe even go pro someday.
Yes.
The desire is there, but when the support is not there, there's not much you can
exactly.
do.
And then I see them all the time. They've come. A couple of them came to the site and walking around. It's like, what are you doing? I don't know. And I finished school. You know, I'm over 18 now, so I can't play any ITS. I'm 21, I'm 22, can I go to college, can I get... And that is the kind of stuff we bring in here with the foundation. Because I have some ties with colleges in the States. So if I meet a guy here, one of the up-and-coming guys, or he's gone past 18, 19, 20, and struggling, but good education, and can take the TOEFL and pass it, you know, we can put people like that, kids like that in colleges.
Because I've met a few guys. I recall years ago I met Salifu Mohammed.
Yes.
At you know, I know his mom used to sell around the stadium many years ago. He came to very early, got the opportunity to go to the States.
Yes.
I've met, I don't know if you've met this man who lectures at Winneba. He had a daughter, I can't remember the name, but the name is Bagabase.
The coach, the coach, Coach Noah.
Yes, his daughter is in the US now. He had a brother, Jeffrey, who schooled at Accra Poly. I don't know where he is now.
Jeff is actually helping me coaching at my place.
Oh, that's nice. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Sometimes, yeah, he comes out. I know he's tied up with the national team.
Okay.
But when he has opportunity, he comes and helps out a little bit.
And then there was another gentleman, Dako. I can't remember. Lanky.
Ajay Dako.
No, Ajay Dako is in the US. There was another young and upcoming guy I met 2-3 years ago, maybe.
Okay.
A bit lanky, a bit tall, but I don't really know where he is now. I mean, I see all these guys over the years because I love the sport, and unfortunately, I watch them in 1 or 2 tournaments, and I don't get to see them again. And they tell me, unfortunately, the support income, they have to do other things in their lives.
And that's exactly what is happening. So, of course, the continuity should be a key thing. And you know, we need to just see the talent, grab them, and help them slowly, you know, and monitor them, you know, put them in tournaments, you know, make sure they're doing the right things, you know. If we can do something like that, we'll be able to produce some good champions and maybe be able to get to even higher than we got in Davies Cup. That's what we want. Of course, we don't want to be like we're the only people that can take it to here. Of course, if we can go to Division 1 and win it, why not? You know, so that's the idea. So that's what we're trying to do now, and starting from youngsters and trying to develop and see if we can come up with some good champions.
So beyond what you did in Imensa over the weekend, are you planning to do something else again?
Yeah, it's going to be a yearly thing.
Okay.
I've been doing this for 10 years. Every year I've come down, except of course, the pandemic hit in 2019. Sure. So everybody, we all skipped for a couple of years. But yeah, I've come down every year. I run tournaments, I run clinics. We went to Kumasi and did a clinic in Kumasi also, you know, on the weekend. So it's just we're trying to help out. We've been to Takrady. So when we come down, we're trying to go to other places and also help them out, give some equipment. You know, what we do is we run a little clinic. We leave them some used balls, you know, so they can train with it, some used rackets, some shoes, and things like that, you know, and we give it to the other clubs, you know, the coaches to use for the kids. So we're trying to help kind of like everybody, you know. We get some new rackets we might donate to the national team. You know, I spoke to chairman who's been very supportive. You know, he came up to the center.
Mr. Diadonte.
Yes, Mr. And you know, for the first time, he's the only chairman that's actually stepped foot on my court twice.
Wow.
You know, so you know, it's just like that. I haven't had anybody from the association gone there except for the chairman. You know, of course, the coaches and stuff like that. And it's just, sometimes you look at it like people like, why is he not coming to bring us there? But I can't. You know, it's just, you know what I'm doing. You've heard of me. I'm here. I'm talking to you. People, you see it. And so, you know, come help out. Just come walk around and see what the kids are doing. You know, things like that. You know, when we see your face there, the support is huge. But anyway, we keep on moving and see what happens down the road. Yeah.
Okay, Isaac Donkor is here, a former national star. For those of you who used to follow the exploits of the tennis team, he played with Franco Fori years ago before other generations, that Tito brothers and all of those guys came through later on. And he's here, essentially giving back to the country that made him who he is these days. He's domiciled in the United States. But I'm glad, just before we wrap up the conversation, I'm glad that you make some time. I don't know how sponsorship and stuff like that is when you have to come here to do anything, or you essentially run everything from your pocket.
Pretty much. Not my pocket, of course. That's the reason why we switched it to a foundation, so we can get donations. And so it's a 501c3. So basically, when people give me donations in the States, they can take it out of their taxes. You know, so that's been very helpful like that, you know, for me, for the country also, you know, I'm like that. So I have like individual sponsors. They've been very, very supportive. They've been consistent with me. They've kind of, you know, backed me up, and they love tennis, and they love what I'm doing here. So, you know, they're always backing me up. But it would be great to get some sponsors from here, of course, you know, to individual, whether individual or corporate. It would be awesome. So I've been speaking to some of the guys. I have about 10 club members that have joined my place. Basically, they're trying for support. They want to use the facility. So I'm like, this is a charity place. So if you're going to come out here, just donate some, you know. So they try to do something. I'm actually meeting with one of the guys right after this year to basically go speak to the board of directors about how we can get like yearly funding, because they're doing a budget. And they want to kind of put it through the budget in a year. So, you know, things like that would be very helpful.
Okay, we'll see how it goes. Unfortunately, we've run out of time, but it's always great to hear from the guys who've been there themselves, and they taking the decision to give back to their the country or the community that has made them when they were pretty much active in their careers. This is what we draw the curtains on today's show. Isaac will be here tomorrow to come your way with another edition of The File. Thanks for doing the watching, and have a great week. Bye-bye.